will leap into the marketing. And how can you market yourself? Because you need to market yourself. You need to make an impression on people. You need to make sure that people like you. You've just graduated. Nobody knows who you are. You've got very unfortunate kind of situation where you are not free and you don't have the money. You've got a not very popular name like my name, and you don't really attract money that much. So what you need to do, you need to kind of really, really convince them that you've got something that they will be fooled not to get. And that's when you believe yourself that you are the best in your area and there's nobody out there who can do what I can do. Of course, you must be aware of everything around you, but inside you, you have to believe and you have to convince yourself that you have something that nobody else has. And when you talk to them from this point of view, that you have something that nobody else have. And you need to convince them that you are the best of what you do. And you need to make an impression. So I had a script. Of course, you must try and look from now on your right hand, on your left hand side, and see who's your team. Because if you make a good team from these times, from your university, you'll end up working together for years to come. And I think this is the secret of your success. So after that film school, I've teamed up with 3 people, and we went through stages of making really this script fantastic. And it had a mentioning in Cannes. And one of the guys his name is Simon Barry, he's the head of the Irish Film Board. We managed to kind of get the script to him, and he said, "This is the best script I ever read." So I've kind of held into that kind of statement, and I was like, fantastic, this is my marketing word. So when I speak to people, who are you? And I was like, well, you don't know me. I'm actually the guy that Simon Barry said about his script is the best script that ever been read. Who's Simon Barry? Well, Google him. Sorry, I don't have time. I'll talk to you later, maybe in the evening. So I've had basically an intro to speaking to these people. But it wasn't enough. Of course, I have to go to festivals and I have to try and sell this idea and trying to kind of target producers and trying to get money, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, to attract that much money as a first-time filmmaker, for me, is something which I would like to share with you. How did I make it? You need to start by knowing exactly who is your target from the market. So when you are trying to sell your audiovisual product, your poster, your graphic designing, whatever, your film, your audio, whatever it is, you are targeting everybody that you don't know, okay? So you don't know who's sitting in this audience. You don't know who is your diamond. We believe, or you have to believe, that everybody is a key, and you don't know what is your key. And your keys is everything and everybody when you're trying to market your product. In my case, I know that I have few festivals to sell my film. I went to Rotterdam. Was my first time going to Rotterdam. I knew from research and talking to people and going to lectures like this, I knew I need to go to Rotterdam to sell my stuff. But my office was my laptop, like this, on the corner of a bar. I just decided to rent corner of a bar, opposite my poster, where the arrow is pointing at me, outside the door. Basically, very easy to find, yeah? Very easy to find. And I've just basically made the Oliver Tree Films office queue here. I've pretended that there is a long queue. I have a chair and I have my computer here, and I was ready to speak to anybody who speaks to me. And of course, people come to me and they say, like, what you've got? And I was like, well, what I've got, first of all, my script is the best script that ever been read by Simon Barry, Irish Film Board. And also, at that point, I've made a little trailer with some of my friends with no budget whatsoever. For us, it was a very good directory to pitch our project in a very good way. And it captured their imagination. And the producer I wanted to talk to, who's basically very big in France, by the end, he said, well, so where is the script? And I was like, well, it's ready for you, actually. I know you're going tomorrow to Ireland, but maybe in these 2 hours flight, you can read it. And he's like, how do you know that I'm going to Ireland? How do you know I'm leaving tomorrow? I was like, well, don't worry, I know everything about you, basically, before you come here, because I wanted to actually talk to you. And he actually read the script on the airplane. Second day, he called me. He said, well, we'd like to come to Paris for a meeting. I was like, okay, fine. And we signed the deal.
Powerful message on which to end. So thank you very much.
Thanks for coming.